Hey guys, you might be wondering, why do I have a mask on inside? And all I can say is that I'm really ugly underneath this mask, so I won't be showing you my face today. It's because I've just been bored shitless and lazy, and I haven't been able to maintain my own, I don't know, personal health or something like that. But anyways, so let's get into the video. As the title of this video, it says being sober, and I'm vegan. Everybody knows that I'm a vegan, obviously, because of the hat, plant flower. I only slay plants. I don't kill animals because I'm not a hypocrite, and I am not one of those murderer psychopaths that go around and murder for fun of it, whilst knowing that they are murdering and they don't want to change or do anything about it because they want to come up with morals, which those morals don't exist. But other than that, we're not talking about morals here. We're mostly talking about me being sober. So about a couple years back, when I was about maybe 13, 14, I was in a bad situation. Now, I was obviously living with my parents, but my mum, was too busy working shifts at a nursing home because she's a nurse, or she was a nurse. And at that time, I was actually, no, not 14. I was actually like about 8 years old, to be honest, when she was working as a nurse, because when I was about 13, 14, she was a cafe owner. So that's like completely different storylines. But when I was 8, I was like obviously in a bad situation. I had an older brother that was 10 years older than me, and I had an older sister that was 12 years older than me, or 13 years older than me. And at that time, my brother was very into the drug scene, the gang scene, and he was also in like a lot of trouble with the police and just people in the neighborhood. So I grew up around that. So out of that, he didn't expect me to go into the gang side of things, but it was expected by me, or expected by other people, for me to follow in his footsteps, in a sense, because he's in it and I should be too, because I'm the next male line of him. So I don't know how all that works logically, but in the small village, or the small town that I was brought up in, it was just part of the everyday kind of expectations. So I obviously followed in his footsteps. I went into a gang. I was in many gangs actually throughout my years. I've been in three actually. One in my hometown down in rural community of New South Wales, then in Campbelltown, and then in Blacktown. So all different, like from like a town to like cities and so on. But we're talking about the past here. We're not talking about Campbelltown or more recent events. We're talking about when I was younger. So when I was younger, I obviously was in gangs. Those gangs expected you to do certain rules or certain aspects to live up to their name, in a sense. And they would get me to go up to old ladies, try and help them into their car, and then later in that process, steal their wallets, steal their money, steal anything that's valuable that we could sell for drugs. I was also a drug mule for a couple of years. Now, I never chose this life. It was just given to me, and there was expectations for people to see me to do these things in this gang life. So I never really wanted to do it, but I just, in a sense, had to. But logically speaking, I did have a choice, but I was young, so I didn't really have any excuses at that time to change my attitude of what I was what was I doing. So obviously, in the end, I did all those things, and I was the most terriblest person that you would ever meet. Like, how are you going to make friends or try and make friends if you go up to them and go, oh, hey, on the weekend I push old ladies over and I steal their wallet? You know, it's nothing that anyone can trust you on, no one that can really want to be friends with you for that specific reason, because it is a bad thing. And for now, it was nothing that I really wanted to do in the first place. So now I'm in this age now. It's definitely completely against all my morals and all of my what I mean in this life. And it's against everything that I believe in, technically. So, but back then it was just part of my everyday life, and I had to do things that I had to do to survive, or to pretend to survive in that situations that I was in. So later down the track, when I came out as gay, you know, I got some negativity, obviously, like everyone else does. You know, I can't sugarcoat it. It wasn't like rainbows and unicorns, and everyone accepted me. A lot of people didn't. And due to that, there was also another scenario where I can't really get into it online because apparently it's illegal to speak now about it because of the new New South Wales law that's in place today. But you know, obviously some of you who are watching this, you probably already know what happened to me, and that's one of the reasons why I don't live with my parents anymore. And plus, I'm 23, 24 years old now, and like living with your parents at that age, well, there's something wrong with you at least, like, or you just can't take care of yourself, or you don't want to be independent anytime soon. But anyways, that's your problem, not mine. So throughout my years of growing up, I went into hardcore drugs, weed, acid, cocaine, meth. I've tried meth twice. What else is there? Ice. I've tried ice like a few times actually. But yeah, I went into really hardcore drugs, and that I didn't choose any of that either. Like, I obviously had a choice, as I said before, but I didn't really have the choice of not doing it because I was in an environment where I was expected to do that. So I had to do it to survive in that fake reality that I was introduced to. So until I was about probably 21, I lived in a youth hostel place. It wasn't a hostel place. It was literally like it was for college and university and all that. It was like a student accommodation. And one of my neighbors were like vegan, and they were coming over talking to me about vegan stuff, and I was like, yeah, crazy hippie, go away kind of thing, because that's how I was brought up. Like, you know, they were all crazy hippies, hugging trees, having sex with like trees, like danophiliac or whatever, and I don't want to be that. That didn't even come into my mind to go, oh yeah, I'm gonna so totally be like this one day. So it eventually happened. I became vegan literally overnight after watching a documentary called Dominion, which you should watch. It should be down in the link below anyways, if I link it, if I have the properties to link it. And right after that, I became sober. So this is my video to say that I'm sober for about 3 years now of no drinking. Well, I still drink, obviously, but occasionally, but not really occasionally either. Like probably 1 or 2 drinks just to be a part of the team or a part of the party, but that's about it. So I don't get massively drunk where I don't know who the fuck I am or where the fuck I am, kind of thing. I don't do drugs anymore, no weed, no acid, no coke, no any of those things. And I've been sober from meat as well, because meat is one of the addictive drugs in this world that we live in. And it also causes pain, stress, war, and everything that's wrong with this world. It causes. So I won't get into too much about that. You can like literally go watch Dominion, What the Health, any of the vegan documentaries, and you'll find out that what it causes. It causes war, distress, breaks families apart. Yeah, so it's a hypocritical life to live with when you're eating meat. But when you go vegan, you can't be a hypocrite. Well, you can still be a hypocrite with like other things, but you can't be a hypocrite when you say that you are against animal abuse. So this is how I wanted to live, and I've lived that for now 3 years, and I'm happy as a vegan. Does it help with making friends? No, it does not. Does it help you with your depression? No, it does not. Because whatever you've had in the past, obviously you'll still have. But in the next generation, when everyone is vegan, hopefully, if that is ever going to be a thing, nobody will suffer from depression because there won't be any depressed or depressive things happening to other beings than yourself. So there won't be any hypocrisy of that, or hypocrisy. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, share on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, down below. Please check the links down below for Dominion and such things like that. And yeah.